Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Crafty Survivors. It is an offbeat bullet heaven that I covered a fair bit kind of close to and around its release, but I've dropped off recently just because reasons, I'm not entirely sure, but rather than your kind of standard bullet heaven mechanics where you're some heroic individual, in this case you're like just a random guy. So like the chef, the sculptor, the seamstress, or the lumberjack, or any of these other characters that I haven't unlocked yet. Holy smokes, they added a bunch. Oh no, I have missed out on a lot of these things, which is a bit rough because, boy, we have a whole lot of things to do. Challenge level. Oh, I see. Challenge levels, like how tricky the characters are. That makes sense. I like the seamstress. I think she's decent. I don't know if harder difficulties give us extra things, but that's fine. But yeah, so you have characters and ability, or characters whose like abilities, their attacks, and their techniques are all kind of themed based on who they are, rather than like, you know, this run I'm going to pick up the pigeons. And so in this case, this character leaves behind these kind of threads when they dash, which we can then use. Okay, maybe not in this case. Oh, that's interesting. We can use to get different benefits and abilities. So we can increase crit chance by 10%, and if we get these two together, we can then also increase weapon and skill damage. So there's some options here. So crit chance, attack speed, reaping cloth summons a possessed piece of cloth that deals damage to enemies around you. Every enemy defeated has a chance of healing you, which is extremely good. So we're going to snag that. I'm just going to leave that on auto attack, just because. Let's see, skill damage, style and substance. We also have button mayhem, summons a button that rotates around for 4 seconds. No combo effect though. Bouncing yarn. Crit chance. And this is just increases all skill damage by a bit. So I'm gonna go for style and substance. Ow. I've got to remember that I have a limited amount of dashes. And so if I want to use them offensively, I do have to be kind of careful. There's a sewing hook, throws pins and needles. We have that one, or button mayhem. Otherwise I could heal myself, which might not be a bad idea considering I just took a bunch of damage. Yeah, let's grab pointy pins. Right, and I gotta remember I have attacks too. Okay, increases the number of yarn bounces by 1 or 2. So now my yarn ball attack will actually bounce between multiple enemies simultaneously. At some point I know I can electrify my placed threads, and that's going to be extremely good. Cutting Excellence, Button Mayhem, and Reaping Claw skills have a chance of inflicting curse on enemies. If it's defeated within 3 seconds, it explodes, so that's very good. But we want electrify threads. Electrify threads that are currently active around you. Because yeah, this just gives us a decent amount of AoE. And I'm generally always going to have like a bunch of threads just sticking around, so why not, right? Boop. Got stuck on the tree. Okay, decreases skill cooldown. Yeah, I think we have to go for that one, as we want Reaping Cloth to give me health. Oh. I gotta be very careful about my dashes, though. As there's a very real possibility I'm not going to have a dash when I need it most. Probably run away from the leeches. Okay, so Cutting Excellence summons giant scissors that attack enemies, pairs with Reaping Cloth, and isn't a bad idea. Sure. I think I might want to put this one on autocast as well. There we go, right click. So what do we want to do? Yarn ball damage does not decrease. Okay, bad time to get stuck. But I'm just going to leave all of my abilities on auto for the time being. Okay, decrease skill cooldown, increases number of uses. for this skill. I don't actually know if that really helps me too much, considering I've got everything on autocast. But you never know. Okay, health was good. Yeah, let's try that again. Yeah, just gotta remember, it's super easy to get stuck on a tree in this one. And once I can kind of manage that and not take too much damage, then this is easier. But until then, it's tough. Ideally, I'd like to work on mostly leaving threads behind, as that's pretty powerful. Let's see, extra charge to style and substance. So that's actually pretty good for my dash. So sure, let's go style and substance. Okay, chance of blocking an attack. Shocking threads, absolutely. And that pairs with something else. I don't think I can check it here. Extra charge, style and substance. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and upgrade this as much as possible. But the one problem with upgrading my dash does mean that, yeah, I'm not going to be able to dodge out of things as much, because I'm going to be using it offensively. But I think it's fine. Okay, chance of blocking attack. Even more charges from my dash. Interesting. Passed through those guys without beans. Without actually damaging them. Yeah, the problem is, to keep track of how many dashes I have, I do have to... yeah, let's just grab Reaping Cloth. There we go. Got my health back. Just being able to heal is so helpful. And I guess one thing I can do is just wait until it's maxed, and then dash like 4 or 5 times, leaving one left, just in case I need to get out of areas. So Cutting Excellence, Button Mayhem, and Reaping Cloth have a chance to curse things. Kind of tempting. I don't know if I actually liked Cutting Excellence in retrospect. Pointy pins aren't terrible. But let's go for Apocalyptic Fashion. I'll get the buttons as well. Stay away from that. Okay, Yarn Ball, skill damage. Probably skill damage. Okay, Shocking Threads increases the duration. If we mix it with Sewing Snipe, we also get Static Electricity, which is very good. What's this one? Magnetic Radius, that's okay. I think I'm gonna stick with Style and Substance for the time being, though. Because Dodge Speed specifically increases the distance in which I dodge in a line. So that means I can traverse much larger gaps and groups while dashing around. Lightning bolts happen on ground needles created by dodging. Yeah. Okay. So far feeling a little bit better about this. As one of those bullet heavens is a little harder than most because I'm going to say it actually has a higher general skill cap. Okay, get a treasure chest with a bunch of things and Yarn Ball upgrade. Is a good passive. Okay, gotta be careful. Actually out of dashes. Okay, did I want to do button mayhem? I think we do. Yeah, the other thing I need to do is be somewhat careful for my health. I only have a max HP of 3. Obviously, that's kind of tricky. Let's see, 30% chance of not consuming a charge. Well, that worked. Yeah, decrease skill cooldown. We're good. I say as I then immediately take some damage here. Okay, so increased curse explosion damage. Tempting. More yarn ball, pointy pins. Otherwise I could like heal, gain gold, or gain a resource, which like actually is quite good. I think I'm gonna go for the yarn ball damage, just because. I don't think the yarn balls are particularly amazing. Okay, I've got 1 dash left. You gotta always make sure that the final dash, at the very least, in the mix, is the one that gets me out of combat, not further in. That can be tricky to pull off, though. Okay, I've still got a dash. If I can pull it off, decrease skill cooldown by a bit. Skill cooldown is tempting. But I think I'm going to prefer... Let's see. For not going for that. What does this do? Weapon skill damage? Eh. Pointy pins is okay. I think I'll just go for Thimble Armor. Chance to block attacks. It's not really what I'm looking for on this one, but eh. There we go. Doing a decent amount of damage. Did I want to go for Sowing Snipe? Chance to stun enemies, and we could also then get the Bouncing Yarn to get Reelerang. Sure. A big benefit of Sowing Snipe is it adds more threads on the ground for me to electrify. Ow. Okay, gains an additional charge. Buttons rotate longer. Let's go for the buttons. Alright. And then just keep our general distance here. Because, yeah, I do a decent amount of damage. It's mostly just the inherent risk of dashing into and out of combat is tricky. Probably just going to go for in-stock. Anything that gives me cooldown reduction is probably good, because I think that reduces my dash as well. And means that I can use the cloth hit more often. We might also want that magnet range, in retrospect. I was kind of meh on it, but I think it's good. What is this? Number of bounces? Nah. Keep going Reaping Cloth. Okay, now we have things shooting at me. Enemies only need to be hit by the skill to give a chance for healing. It increases the number of uses for the skill by 1. Yes. Yeah, that one's incredibly good. Well, I'm kind of ripping through them. It's a little messy. Yeah, so if we see any of the magnet upgrades, I think we start taking them. Number of buttons, sure. Because I can pick up a lot of things here, which we do want. You know, the more resources, the better. But it's still one of those where it's probably more practical that I actually can pick up more things at once. Because as far as I know, there's no magnets in this. Okay, I'm out of dashes. So I've got to be concerned. Also have to be concerned about the shooty boys. Okay, increases the amount of buttons by 1. Buttons are launched once rotation duration ends. I think level 5 is when either they get their final upgrade or it's just kind of their most powerful one. I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't seem like the launch really has that much power to it. Oh wait, no. That was pre-upgrade. There's the launch. Seems good. Okay, so we're definitely ripping through them. Not feeling any safer, but we're ripping through them. So additional charge or decreases cooldowns even further. Okay, and I think we're actually almost done. Because yeah, we have a set number of enemy spawns before the round is over. And once that's over and done with, I think it's clear. So we might want to consider actually having all of my level ups at this point be resources instead. I think there is going to be a final boss of sorts that we're going to have to contend with. There he is. I think I'm going to go for the magnetic radius all the same. Because I want to be able to grab all of these resources. This is a pretty good matchup, all things considered. This character is very mobile, and this boss really only has one attack pattern. And so it makes it fairly easy for me to kind of dodge out of the way. What was the game where you'd, like, stitch enemies down into the ground by passing over them? Holy smokes, that's a lot of stuff. Oh. Maybe I did need the magnet radius. Well, one way or another, we've actually cleared a level. I usually don't. Games, you know, not impossible, but I definitely was feeling kind of punished the last couple times I played this. Oh, that's a boss stage. That's new. Okay, first let's go back to town. We got a lot of meta progression that we maybe can invest in. Okay, there we go. So we can invest money, and it goes up by 5% per. So that's an option. Wow. Okay, I guess first things first, do we have any structures that can be built? The answer is no. So that increases the amount of gold storage we can have, which means more interest. This reduces my dash cooldown. Tempting. Bigger magnetic radius. Sure. Let's see, a little bit of experience gain. +1 max health. That is sufficiently huge. Unlock food system. Alright, that's new. Stover can now cook various recipes using materials collected. Once you discover new recipes, you only need to cook them once to be able to equip them onto your plate slots. You can change between unlocked recipes as much as you want. What? Okay, that's new, or not. Okay, so heals 1 heart every 3 minutes, 20% movement speed bonus for 2 seconds after dodging. Oh, but these are different characters? Or, oh no, these are the plate slots. But yeah, let's just unlock both of those. Oh, I see, we only get 1 though. So I think for her, we give her the armadillo soup. For everybody else, we go for the healing. Okay. A little bit of an attack speed bonus? Sure. Since we know this one has given me max health bonuses, let's probably put most of our resources into it. Okay, what's the next one? We need more of those. So what does this give me? Some experience gain? That's okay. Weapon damage 5%, sure. That's cheap enough. It's not using any of our more expensive materials. I do not remember it being nearly this expansive previously. Oh. Oh no, I can't get this one. Dash cooldown? Sure. I think that's all the upgrades we can get at the moment. But still, that's a lot of upgrades. Okay, so I could go there for resources, but I think we want to finish the grasslands. Now, who do I play as? Yeah, so I have Hatchet, which is kind of a companion animal. So we have the Lumberjack, who has a beaver companion. We have the Sculptor, who I actually really like, but he's definitely hard to work with. I don't know, let's go with Stoverick first. I've enjoyed his setup. And interestingly enough, he has like an alts ability. But yeah, you have combos that you put together by inflicting sets of status effects on enemies. Let's see. Yeah, so Serve performs an area of attack that does massive damage. Bistro stacks are generated when applying chopped, roasted, and spiced, or chopped, frosted, and candied. Let's see. So what do I want? I don't remember liking Icing Thrower that much, but I think the Cake Fiesta is quite good. Yeah, frosted and candied. So I think we go for Caramel Drop and Icing Thrower, and we're going to try and go that direction of Bistro. Oh, and I'm just going to turn on auto on all of my slots. I don't want to have to think about it. All right, so what do we have? So, inflict slow on enemies affected by Candied, which is quite good. Caramel Puddle duration. Each enemy defeated with Serve has a chance of healing, and Cinnamon Spikes. I think I'm just going to go for Caramel Drop. Okay, 6 Knife Slash does a rotating knife around me. I do know that roasting is quite good, but we'll leave that for now. I'll grab the fridge. Okay, and there's Icing Thrower. So now we can unlock that cake ability. If it shows up. Chance of inflicting frozen on enemies with frosted, which is actually very good. I usually go for the stove spice build whenever I play this character. And so, I've not exactly messed around with the confectionery builds. Yeah, I mostly just have to worry about getting chased down by things. I don't have as much mobility as the Seamstress. But I do have better AoEs, so it's kind of a trade-off. Magnetic range or more on the chef knife? Okay. Decreases skill cooldown, increases AoE. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for, like, mass AoEs on this one. If I can. Cake Fiesta. Ah, so that's what Cake Fiesta does. Unfortunately, what was it? Was it the, Oh, it was the fake animal documentary things by, was it Zafrank or something? Years ago. You know, that is what the blank do. Just, whatever that line was has lived in my head, and it's also ruining my grammar. Just slightly. I'm trying to think of some other things like this. Oh, not exactly in the same vein, but as a kid, like a lot of kids, I played Kingdom Hearts, and I played Kingdom Hearts before I played Final Fantasy VIII. I don't know, just never got around to it. Okay, slow effect gets stronger, sure. And as part of Final Fantasy VIII, for whatever weird reason, Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, who is a cameo character in Kingdom Hearts 1, calls himself Leon, and I don't know why. And it has broken my brain ever since, because now whenever I see him, I think his name is Leon. And I really don't know why he did that. And I can't escape it either. It's weird and frustrating. Well, that works. Ow. Okay. Reduce the skill cooldown. As throw pierces through enemies. No, let's go for the skill cooldown. I wasn't quite ready for the leeches, per se. So there's an upgrade that makes it so my cook ability gives me some hearts. I might want to snag that one. If it shows up. Yeah, I guess I should focus some of my levels on my knife. Okay, when hitting the ground, Karma launches other balls in the air, more puddles. That's extremely good. I think the only problem is it might have too much coverage, but eh, whatever. Okay, let's grab Serve just for the chance of getting healing. Okay, after using Serve, get a bonus for a while. That's actually quite good. Okay, strength is slow even further. Sure. I don't know if that's going to give me the health I'm looking for, but still. I think I'm going to go for a chef's knife at this point. We're having a little bit of trouble actually getting everything the chopped status effects to get me those stacks. And I think that rotating knife is going to be exactly what I need to do so. Cake shoots faster. So far, so good. And there's the boss. Is it? I'm not sure. Maybe it's not a boss. Maybe this is, like, much easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm actually very confused. Okay, there we go. I was like, there's got to be a boss here. Great Maligtopus. Yeah, so nice part is I have a whole mess of abilities that kind of will just sit on him and do damage. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have much to worry about. I guess you can kill the tentacles. Good to know. I think I might stick to... no, I don't think I need to stick to a character that has ranged attacks. I guess the main problem is this character doesn't feel like they have particularly good single target viability. Oh, the sludge is actually more of a problem than I thought. Oh, that was like a heart fruit that healed me. Okay, good to know. Okay, so the slime does go away slowly over time. I just don't know what determines it. There we go. No, what do we get? Goodies. Bunch of stuff. Alright. So is that just kind of the end boss for the area? Ah, looks like it was. So we can also get extra materials by completing certain ones of these, which is kind of useful. I think let's go back to town and see what I can upgrade. I think I'm still going to keep working on this kitchen, since it gave me 1 max heart already. Okay, what do we have? Mole steak. Can't do that one. Third attack performs an additional claw attack on nearby enemies. That's okay. Every time you block an attack, an energy burst will happen and hit things. Wonder how we get extra plate slots. Not sure. Okay, go blacksmith, go blacksmith. Unfortunately, I think these other buildings, which I think also correspond with other characters, I can't do much with it for now. I didn't want to collect, I wanted to invest. Whatever. I don't even know what I'm using gold for. What else is it telling me? Random news. I've got some letters. I appreciate it. And then there's a secret area grassland stage 5 secret exit character Axel. I might have already found that one. No, I have not. Do we want to go do that? Axel the Lumberjack. Sure. Let's give him a shot. I know we've already done this level, but I might as well find a secret exit while we're here. Plus, I might as well play a character I haven't played before. So, I have a left click, which is a swing my axe. It's got a long cooldown, though. And then I've got my beaver, which I can do other things. Okay. Slashes with a heavy axe. By holding the attack button, you're capable of charging the attack, increasing its damage, knockback in size. Charge the attack 2 times. Axe is capable of cutting down special trees that spawn over the stage. Gives you lumber that can be used for abilities. So Lumbering Hurl throws 2 axes in a circular path. I do really like the idea of going full axe spec here. Yeah, the one problem is, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to charge that the way I want it to. Okay. Is this one of the choppable trees? It is. Okay. Hatchet gathers 1 extra lumber from trees. Water splash in a cone. Go for that. Yeah, I'll have to see about my own regular axe charge. Because it seems like if I can pull it off here. One thing I'm going to also do is I think I'm going to try controller controls instead. It's probably easier to pull off the different abilities. Yeah, much easier. I think the one problem with the axe toss is you don't actually throw it directly where you're aiming. Movement speed buff after a charge attack. Decreases charging time for basic attack and skills. Campfire creates a healing area for 5 seconds. Staying inside will heal a heart every 5 seconds. 10 lumber, though, which is a little tough. I do have a lot of lumber, though. I don't know, let's snag it. Okay. Hatchet uses water slide to your position so you can carry him while carrying Hatchet. All of his skills happen in your position. Chopping Whirlwind, Lumbering Hurl, and Stump Smash have added effects. Do extra damage. That's not a bad idea. Because, yeah, if I take a look at this. Yeah, so Hatchet passively gets me lumber. Otherwise, we focus hard on Lumbering Hurl. I think we just work on Lumbering Hurl for the time being. I don't entirely know the logic behind where those axes spawn, unfortunately for me. Okay, after a fully charged attack, next skill, the cost lumber does 10 additional damage, decreases charging time, or chopping Whirlwind. Probably shouldn't do that when I'm being leech swarmed. As that is extra foolish. Hatchet fells trees in one attack. Trees give extra lumber. Chance of dropping materials. Let's go for bountiful trees. Okay, let's just let these guys stack up a smidge. Yep, well. Skill cooldown. Hatchet creates a whirlpool. Yeah, unfortunately, leveling interrupts my my charges. So we should probably work on just increasing my charge speed. I don't actually... Okay, that's how I dodge. I was like, wait a second, I don't actually know how to dodge in this game. That's weird. Yeah, his character's weird, but they do a ton of damage. Wait, didn't I already have bountiful trees? Okay, Iron Will gives 10% chance buff when charging. Block chance buff when charging. So that's kind of good. Blocked attacks do not do damage to you. I'll snag it. Trees have a chance of dropping healing collectible. Decreases cooldown. I don't know. Sure, let's... max some of these out. What? Oh. That did not do what I was expecting it would do. Whoop. Okay. Do I want to try and use the fire? Maybe? Throws an additional axe. Big. Okay, got it. Okay, there's 3 axes. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I like this spinning axe. When the axes reach half their duration, they create a shockwave that does damage to enemies around. Skill cooldown. I don't know. I'm kind of making it work. Okay. Rotates the axe faster and we get a bunch more money. Increase in movement speed while active. Sure. Yeah, I should probably work on that charge time duration if I can. Throws 2 additional axes. That seems really good. wonder if there's alternate forms on some of these. Whoop. Yeah, I didn't get up to red charge, but leeches. Okay, chance of dropping materials, speed of slide, and I'm not doing any woodchuck here. Doesn't seem the most practical. Okay. Yeah, movement buff after doing a charge attack for a little while. Ah. Didn't manage to make it away. Ow. I'm actually not sure what hit me there. Nope. Yeah, I think we go for the charge bonus. Maybe. I don't know exactly what happened there for me to just kind of get stuck in. I think I have some trouble dodging on this. Trees give an extra lumber. That aiming on the controller and using all of the different abilities is probably easier, but I guess I could bind a bunch of things to the different buttons on the mouse. That's an option. Let's see, hatch creates a whirlpool over time. Yeah, we could also go full hatchet spec if I want to. Chopping whirlwind, lumbering hurl, and stump smash. Let's go for dynamic duo. Okay, that's regular axe. Materials, dowsing log, wild whirlpool. Yeah, none of these are the ones that give me the boost, whereas lumbering hurl and yeah. And we could do blue charge, it's not that bad. But yeah, I think just having those extra... oh yeah, it summons extra axes, it looks like. That's actually quite good. Trees have a chance of dropping healing collectibles when cut? Yeah. Ah. So, slight unfortunate thing. Rolling does interrupt my charge. I kind of figured it would. It seems unreasonable for it to be more than that, but those still... Guy can hope. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The difference between having the beaver, like, attached versus not is night and day. Okay, do we want to do axe? Grab this. Decreases charging time. Let's go for concentration. I'm not that hard up on health. Yeah, one thing I was going to do, settings, controls, keyboard and mouse. Use skill 1. Actually, maybe... Let's try that. Might mess me up a little bit. But it might be much easier, because yeah, now I can actually go in multiple directions. Shoot. Okay. I do want this, but I think we need to grab the cozy campfire. Okay. Okay, got it. Yeah, just have to be kind of careful. I don't have that many dodges. Yeah, if I had just a little bit more movement speed. God damn it. Fell down. Oh. Yeah, a cable had hit me in the toe and I was like, uh-oh. That's not good. But no, it was fine. Okay, skill cooldown, pickup radius. I think I'm actually going to go for health here. Only heals 1 heart, which is a little rough. Yeah, so I think instead of trying to go for the red axes, here it's probably better that I don't. Lumbering hurl, tree. Each tree cut gives an additional lumber, block while charging. Okay, I guess if I start far enough away from things, then it's much easier for me to pull off the red hits. It's really when I'm directly next to them that it's a serious problem. Okay, decrease cooldown? Sure. Alright, get more concentration. Chance of materials, block, chopping whirlwind. Alright. Hell of a lot of enemies. That's the one problem with this character and their charge attacks. Is that you're never really far from enemies. And so it actually makes it pretty difficult to find a good spot to really get that charge going. Ah, that's Stump Smash. Go for increase the size. I don't really need Stump Smash that much. Alright, there we go. Should have plenty of time. Get that charged. Alright. Next up, we just start mowing through them. I want to get the 2 attack actions up to level 5. The healing fire would be nice, but I don't need it as bad. Let's see. And I might as well actually use my abilities, or my regular attack. I'm not very good at it, just because, I don't know, it doesn't feel super necessary. Let's see, each tree cut gives additional lumber. We're up to 50 lumber. I should probably find some abilities that use that. But it is okay. Oh, we do go above 50 lumber. Yeah, because we get the second hit from... Spin has triple the size and does 50% more damage. Yo. Yeah, because we have the beaver providing kind of a counterbalance hit, it seriously makes the axe spin considerably less dangerous. Okay, we're still here for a little while. Ow. Thought I was out of the danger zone, and holy smokes, that triple the size is absurd. Okay, yeah, keep decreasing those charging times. Oh. So far, so good. But I'm going to have to be very concerned about ranged units, because they can still hit me. Okay. Decreases time needed to heal by a second. Yeah, I'll go for that. Oh, that charge speed feels very good. Yeah, I can just go mulch through most things. Yeah, we're good. Okay, am I hurt? No, I'm not hurt. So that means I've got some leeway. Alright, can't do anything until the leeches are gone. Let's see, fully charged attack? No. Let's just go for magnet radius. I probably could have actually not done that in retrospect. Okay. Increasing charge level releases a burst of energy around you that affects enemies. Ooh. That is quite good. I wonder if that includes... I think it might include every charged attack, not just the primary attacks. Okay, let's probably just go for skill cooldown more than anything else. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate my leveling up interrupts my charge, but I'll take it. This character takes a lot of doing. Attacks have a chance of starting at red charge. I think I'll go with that one. His character takes a lot of doing, but they really do pop off hard. If you can properly pull it off. Okay, let's do one charged hit. Boss is up. Okay, so that was kind of wasteful. Yeah, here's my problem. Getting to the boss, never mind, is not a problem at all. I do so much damage. Okay, so we know where the exit is. However, there should be a secret somewhere. Up here. Yeah, there we go. So I can go out a different exit, and it'll take me somewhere else that I've never been to before. Which I think is neat. Alright, probably upgrade the blacksmith. Let's see. Yeah, the extra weapon damage is nice. No, it's nice. They're definitely a number. I guess part of it is I don't rely on weapon damage as much in this one as I do in some other bullet heavens, and so it's kind of strange to upgrade towards it, but I'm sure it'll get better and better as we go along. So do I always have to collect? I guess I could just leave it there, but I was hoping to invest some more. I guess maybe it's not a problem. I'm just going to waste all of my resources on upgrades, because as soon as I can max all of these out, the sooner I don't have to invest towards them any further. Man, I must have gotten a lot to let me boost this further. I do wonder what the absolute maximum level is. What? What? 52. That's absurd. Well, let's collect our money and then invest some more back in. I was not expecting this to be nearly as substantial, but yeah, you really can go far. So yeah, keep increasing max health. Does look like you don't get that many more max health upgrades. That would be what, 6 health? 7 or 8? Okay, and looks like this one caps out at 38, but this is still in early access, so there's a very real possibility that might go even further. Also, we can still upgrade the town square and a bunch of other things. Wow. Did not realize this had quite as much meta progression as it does, and I'm glad it does, because that means that I have a lot to do. Okay, I'm gonna flip my VTube PNG tuber over a little bit. Where do we want to go? Grasslands? There's way more stages to this than I thought there were going to be. So we've seen every character except for the sculptor. So let's do one round with him. He's definitely the hardest, but he also remains kind of one of the more interesting ones as well. Because effectively we put down these totems, and then we chisel them to do like AoE blasts in an area, and then they also have their own unique effects. It's really interesting and kind of complex. Yeah, previously, I hadn't really been thinking about it, but there's like a little loot tracker, money tracker here. And I guess that was being covered by the PNG tuber, which, frankly, I don't think anybody was missing out on that, but I might as well uncover it anyway. So place a statue with a bear that attacks a random enemy within its range. That's okay. It's the Idol of Shield, protective area, granting 50% block chance. And chance of healing 1 heart for every enemy killed inside of it. Blocked attacks do not deal damage to you, so that's actually kind of good. Sculpt reaction. Sculpt impacts are capable of sculpting an additional statue. Has a 1-second cooldown. Let's pick that one, at least for now. The protective idol giving healing actually is extremely helpful, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna try and make do without. We will see. This character has probably some of the biggest AoE and overall damage potential, but they are kind of risky. Okay, place an idol of a chest that pulls collectibles to its position for 10 seconds, collecting them for you. That one's good. Lure of the Moon pulls enemies towards it. That one's dangerous. Idol of a bomb that explodes after a second, dealing damage to nearby enemies. Or Bravery Idol increases your attack power for a while. I could do Destruction. None of these have fun synergies, or this one does. I guess I could do Moon's Allure. Moon's Allure is just terrifying. Because it absolutely can and will pull enemies into me if I'm not careful. So I have to functionally stay pretty far away from foes when using it. Statue of Vitria mobilizes enemies. Kind of Let's go for attack speed, because that actually is going to make a difference on this character. Because yeah, the enemies will accelerate when getting closer to me, and that becomes slightly problematic. However, it does do a very good job of clustering them up so I can hit them with big hits. So maybe it's fine. I think I might just have to pair it with the thing of protection. Yeah, see, that's the risk there. Magnetic Force, Empress of the Skies. Shoots feathers in multiple directions. Additional pair of holy pillars around itself. Or Dragon's Head breathes fire, volatile creations. So sure. Okay, asteroid that orbits the moon. Yeah, sure. I haven't ever really, like, spec'd too hard into it. The other thing I can do is just outright ignore the moon idol, but I don't think that's gonna last. So, statue of yourself that helps sculpt other statues. Once complete, sculpt 2 random statues 3 times before vanishing. It's good. New dragon head to the statue, breathes ice in the opposite direction. I think we're going to focus on that for the time being. Let's max those 2 out. Okay. Use some of these sculpt blasts to kind of lure things in. Because, yeah, I can just kind of chill in the back. Maybe. Okay, protection idol. We definitely need that one. And that also gives me healing potential that we did not have previously. Okay. Statues explode before vanishing, so that's even more AoE potential. Should be another one. Plonk them all. Yeah, so this way... Oops. This way, hopefully, we'll be able to heal. Increase area of effect? Sure. Does have a really long cooldown. Which means I'm not going to be able to use it that reliably, but still. As long as it gives me, like, semi-reliable healing, it's probably worth it. Quick Hands, level 2. Okay. Let's see, doubles the duration of the skill. Shockwaves that stun. Sure. And I don't think they start cooling down until I've built the statue, yeah. So I could do skill cooldown, could do self-portrait, which is quite good. Yeah, I'll do it. Ow. Yeah, that is the risk of this character. On the plus side, ooh, that protection aura is absolutely massive. And that gives me some serious options there. So he pairs with the tree. I could do the tree. I'm curious what takes precedence and priority. The immobilization or the magnet range. Okay, additional holy pillar around it. I definitely want to upgrade my chisel ability. What is this one? Area of effect of all marble statues. So that is quite good. Additional holy pillar in a random position around itself. Stunning debris. I think we already have sculpt reaction. Level 1. Area of effect of all marble statues. I mean, we have a lot of marble statues. Ow. Oh, there's a treasure chest in the middle of this. I do a ton of damage, at the very least. Finish the moon. Just kind of blast all of them. Let's see. There's only 1,000 enemies that are going to be spawning here. Yeah, I do wonder if you get far enough away from a number of your sculptures, if they will come back to you, for they're effectively gone until you get back and trigger them again. Well, I'm just gonna hang out here, because this gives me the protection range, which we need. Where are all of my enemies? Why are they all out there? I have no idea. It's like slow on all enemies. Oh, but that's at the end. Might still be worth it, though. Yeah, unfortunately, this is not giving me the healing I was looking for. I guess it's a 1% chance, though. Ah. And as soon as it's gone, that's when they all start spawning. Well, I don't know. What can you do, right? Trigger a couple of those. Stay away from the moon. The moon cannot be trusted. Anytime, I don't know why. There was a roguelike deck builder that came out a couple years ago called Against the Moon. And it was out for a grand total of... Let's see, what is this one? Skill duration by 10 seconds. I mean, it's good. But I don't think we want it at the moment. But yeah, so it was a roguelike deck builder called Against the Moon. Came out kind of a couple of years ago. But it only was up for I don't even know if it was up in retrospect. I don't know if it went live on Steam or not. It was one of those games that there was a publisher that had been specifically exploiting the Steam algorithms for, to rank higher and stuff. Okay, increases the range of your weapon's attack. Yeah, we want that. The longer my range, the more I can sculpt, which is extremely necessary for dealing with crowds and just all the sculptures that I'm putting down. But yeah, so I'd covered the game, I think kind of in a demo form. And then there was the pseudo-failed Steam launch of it that immediately got deleted. And then I've literally never heard of the game again. I don't know what happened to the dev studio. I'm pretty sure the publisher going down just cooked the game and that was the end of it. Ow. But every time I mention the moon when I'm playing one of these games, I just think of yeah, what did happen in that game? Change the statue's material to marble, all of its interactions. Amount of hits to complete is higher. Yeah, let's go for the marble statues because I want to get that perk that boosts my marble. Let's see. I want to get the perk that boosts the effectiveness of all marble structures. If I can. There we go. Oh, I wonder if the sculptor statue is actually helping me get a little bit more. Maybe. Because maybe that doesn't have a range, so it might actually just sculpt random structures and nothing more. Okay, effectiveness of, or area of effect of all marble structures. Okay, so that's the holy thing again. The problem is, this is probably one of the weirder and rougher maps I think I've had to contend with. A lot of enemies just using ranged attacks against me. Which makes it a little tough. Ooh, the dragon's got a bit of a boost. Yeah, hopefully I just magnet most of the resources. At the end of the run. Be sad if I didn't. So duration of all marble structures. Amount of statues you can have active at the same time by 3. I think I'm gonna go stick with Marble Master for the time being. With the exception of the Dragonfire statue, all of my statues are currently marble. I think I'm really only missing out on cotton farming. And I'm not even sure how much I'm missing out on by doing so. Whoop. Okay, something there really wants me dead. Yeah, I guess it's the boss of the... Let's see, a boss of this. Damage of all marble structures by 50%. Okay, you. The problem is I'm so hard locked right here. And I'm weirdly messy today. I don't know. Damn it. I don't know why, but my eyes have just been extremely dry. But it's fine. We're good. We cleared that out in like no time flat and get plenty of resources. Here's the question. Yes, everything on the map does get sucked into me, so I don't actually have to worry about collecting anything. That's really nice, actually. Ooh, well, we got a sculptor win. In fact, we got a win with every single class that I currently have available. There's still a ton more that I haven't gotten to yet. But we can leave that for later. I like this game. I've been kind of leery about coming back to it because it is kind of hard. Just because, yeah, the characters are weird, and you can't just rely on being overpowered to just plow through. Well, I guess we were overpowered there, just not as much. So what does this give me? Experience gain and magnet range. Skill reroll, skill remove. Okay, so actually going down the town hall track isn't the worst idea. This is all... No. It's all dash cooldown until level 11, at which point we get the weaving system, more skills, and more skills. What? Let's see. So this gets me the blessing system, so we should probably grab that. More statues, extra effort. Cripes, man. Like, go figure I've been having trouble with this game. I haven't unlocked everything. Blessing statues. Chisello can now sculpt various statues in his gallery. Once you discover new statues, you need to sculpt them only once, and then you can equip them, and they give you extra effects. So, just like cooking. So, chance of any merchant appearing, and chance of healing field materials showing up. But I need claws for that. So I guess we can do this one. Allure of Commerce. Unfortunately, we haven't finished this yet, because I still haven't found that blue thing. So I guess, yeah, let's start working on the tailoring shop. Because each of these is going to get me some new mechanic to play around with in town, which is, of course, wild. Okay, right. I'm just pan back and forth, but nothing I can do. Because we need whatever that resource is to get the fishermen, so yeah, a lot of this is just going to be time. And that's fine. Anyway, I might as well mention the Crafty Survivors is available now on Steam. It's been out for a while, and is genuinely one of the more interesting Bullet Heavens I've played. I think the one thing it does lack on is a little bit of build variety. You're very much hard-locked to a certain amount of abilities per character, with like no crossovers. So your builds are often going to fall down like maybe 2 or 3 paths. Luckily, there's a decent amount of width, so you have options there, but I usually end up just kind of gravitating towards 1 or 2 very specific builds with like a little bit of flavor difference between them. But who knows, maybe you get even more once you've unlocked more stuff for the game. Otherwise, yeah, it's just a solid, I'd say solid little Bullet Heaven, but it actually seems to be also kind of following the Vampire Survivors ethos of just more, and then even more, and then so much more, so that like you could just play the game for hours and still have things to do, which I think is neat. It's crawling its way to 1.0. I think they're on version 0.9, or no, Locksmith update 0.10, so I actually have no idea how close they are to being done. It says patch notes v 9.2.1, so I don't exactly know what their versions are implying. I'm assuming they're getting close to done, but either or, I enjoyed it a lot. And am looking forward to seeing what it looks like when it is fully complete. So I will also say it is one of the more expensive Bullet Heavens. It's $12 normally, down to 8 for the next, well, I guess the next, let's see, if this goes out 12 hours from now, for the next 28 hours. So effectively you have a day to get it 35% off, 32% off. But then the sale will go away and it'll come back at some point. But I picked a good time, randomly, somehow. Cool. Anyway, I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.